Stop copying bestseller listings. Stop going onto Everbee, finding bestseller listings, copying them and tweaking them just a little bit. That is not a long-term business plan. If you do this, you will be chasing bestsellers. And it's also a very product-centric way to build a business. So really, you're building a business that is based on just capitalizing on someone else's ideas and trying to be a fast follower. In today's video, I'm going to give you a much better alternative. It's the way that I teach over 900 Etsy shops how to build their businesses to be high income and consistent. And this alternative is choosing your customer, not choosing your product. So if you like videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, and it encourages me to keep making more. So before we get started, my name is Dylan Jarrus. I'm an Etsy seller of about 7 years. I've sold over $1.5 million in revenue on this platform, over $1 million in profit, because really profit's what matters, right? And I also still sell on Amazon and Shopify. So I'm always coming up with new strategies, but really my background is actually corporate e-commerce. So I worked for big companies like Zappos and Zulily, and now I teach Etsy sellers just like you how to scale their businesses to that multi-six-figure level. And I teach you this through my step-by-step blueprint and my 6 months of daily coaching. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. There's all these YouTube videos talking about 10 products that will make you over $10,000 a month in blank category. And they make these videos over and over again in all these different categories. They're going into Everbee, finding the best sellers, showing you how to make, similar copies, change them a little bit, with the idea that then you will be a bestseller as well. This doesn't work. And if you've noticed, I never make videos like that. Why don't I make videos like that? First of all, Everbee, it's not accurate information. It might be directionally sometimes accurate, but to go in and think that if you copy that listing, you're going to suddenly be making $10,000 a month is so far from the truth that I would never want to mislead someone to think that. Is that actually how we want to teach people to build a business? In my opinion, no. So let's talk about Everbee and Sales Samurai. I am offered a lot of money to make videos on these types of software. They want me to promote their services through my YouTube channel. I get emails for them weekly. Sometimes they schedule a time on my calendar to try to talk to me, but I won't take the call and I won't take the money. And they tell me that I could make over 6 figures a year if I'm willing to promote their product. That would be easy money, but I can't do that because this software is not necessary. And that approach to building a business is not the way to build a business long term. And I'm sure after this video, there goes any future deals with them. That's fine. Instead, what I find to be the key to building a highly profitable, consistent business is choosing highly profitable customers that have consistent spending habits. If you want high profit and consistency, find customers that are profitable and consistent. It's that easy. So basically what I teach you when building an Etsy shop, if you really want this to be something that can replace your full-time, 9-to-5 corporate salary, is reverse engineering our goals. So the very first thing that I like to know when I work with someone is, how much are you trying to make here? What is your income goal? And sometimes people say $1,000 a month. Sometimes people say over $100,000 per month. I would say the most common reply is probably about $10,000 per month. So we look at how much we want to make, number one. Number two, we look at what types of customers will provide you that type of income consistently through ups and downs in the economy. And number three, we simply give them what they want. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel and come up with some novel idea that no one's ever heard of. Let's look at an example. Let's say I want to make $30,000 a month. You guys can count on me to always be direct. Honestly, I would not sell $2 AI generated digital downloads to get to that point. I'm probably also not going to sell t-shirts that say live, laugh, love. And I'm probably also not going to sell print on demand canvas totes that say nurse or teacher. So sure, if you want to make $1,000 a month, you could probably sell some of those things. And if you implement some higher level strategies, you could probably get there. But if you're throwing kind of that caliber of spaghetti at the wall without complete optimization, you're probably not going to get there. Even if you do get there, you're probably not going to see consistency in your sales. So we are not doing that. Instead, we are deciding who are the most profitable customers that we could be selling to, and we target them. So these are people with higher discretionary income, secure, stable jobs, people who value time more than money. We look at who are they shopping for in their lives. We also look at what expensive hobbies or activities are they already spending a lot of money on. That can be proof of concept that they're willing to spend on that area of their life. We also look at what aesthetic are they drawn to. Are they more timeless? Are they more trendy? That will impact things like font choice, color, and branding. And one of the last things we look at is what phase of life is this customer in and what phase of life are they going into. We want to serve our customers for at least 4 to 7 years to drive up the LTV, the lifetime value of the customer. So for me, I started in the wedding market, then I moved into the baby nursery market, then I kind of added some early childhood years type of items. This process of targeting customers before you even choose your product mix, it lays the foundation for a totally different type of business. This is for people who are looking to build a business that's long-term, right? Something that can replace their corporate salary, allow them to do this full-time, and something that's going to be around for years and that is sustainable. Chasing bestseller listings on Everbee is not necessarily what I'd call sustainable, and the results will not be very consistent for you. If you want to do Etsy full-time, you need consistent results. Otherwise, how would you have peace of mind in being able to quit your job and actually making the leap to do this full-time? Consistent income will give you that peace of mind to make the leap. So how has this played out for my students? I had a student who was an attorney. She came into the program in December and she thought she might want to target the wedding market. And as she's going through the program in module 2, she decided to target a totally different type of customer. Now, I am not going to give away who she targeted because it was genius and it was a super profitable customer. So I want to protect her business. Let's just say it was a completely different customer. This customer was very profitable, very high income, and spent a lot of money on expensive things. And within a few months, this student, she was able to put in her 2 weeks notice at her job and focus on Etsy full time. So that customer piece, that customer focus, that's everything. So now that you have a customer, then what? You build your product mix for them using my framework, which is called 7 types of products to have in your shop, where we have different listings for different purposes. Some of them, their purpose is to drive up your order number, that number under your shop's name. Some of them, their purpose is to scale your revenue. But together, we're scaling our order number and our revenue at the same time. With these 7 types of products to have in your shop, I'm not talking about a t-shirt and a mug, not like that. I'm talking about, for example, the idea of a loss leader. That is one of the 7 types of products. I do have videos all about loss leaders on this channel, but there are actually 6 other types of products, and I give you dozens of examples for things that fit into each one. So what is the result of this? You're building a brand that can serve people for a long period of time, and these people have consistent spending habits, so you are growing consistently. You will also keep and retain your customers, which means that your customers keep stacking on each other and you're growing with a compounding effect. You're constantly serving more people in more ways. So instead of the lifetime value of the customer being a one-time $20 transaction, you're serving them for years and they can keep coming back to you for, 10, 20, 30 different $20 transactions. So as you get more and more new customers, you grow with a compounding effect. So this is how you build a business that will stand firm and last. This is completely different. I cannot emphasize that enough than going onto Everbee, finding bestsellers, copying them, and tweaking them. What happens when you do this is that you will also become a market leader instead of just a shop that chases market leaders. We don't want to be always chasing market leaders. We actually want to be the market leader. When you build a business this way, you'll actually be able to charge more and have a higher margin versus playing that, race to the bottom pricing game to compete with that bestseller that you kind of sort of copied. So this approach to building business, total game changer. No one is talking about it, but I want this channel to always be about how to build a reputable business that brings you consistent income for the long haul, because I want you to have high satisfaction, high income, and consistency. Consistent revenue is something that is going to give you options. Options to quit your job, options to send your kids to private school, options for your husband or wife to retire early, options to maybe make that rental property investment. Chasing the best sellers that you find on Everbee, it does not lend to that level of long-term consistency. So if you would like help with this, please reach out. You can schedule a free call with us just to see the behind the scenes of actually how we help our students, and we'll actually just take you right into the program, into the back end, so you can see for yourself if it's something that you're interested in. Please subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more business-focused content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.